Hello, dear friend, and welcome to your weekly astrology horoscope for July 26th through August 1st. The most interesting this week is that we have three ingressions of three planets, which at the same time will be connected with each other. Jupiter is retrograde and is moving back to Aquarius. We also have Mercury moving to Leo, and Mars moves from Leo to Virgo. And those three planets are not just changing signs, but they're making aspects with each other at the same time. So many changes in the area of planning and our goals, and also the type of actions we are taking. Mercury moving to Leo can make us focus more on our own ideas, our own desires, to be kind of like more independent also when it comes to our plans, when it comes to our ideas. However, Mercury in Leo is not in a strong position. The reason for that is because Mercury in Leo is not so good with communication. And what may happen is that it might be difficult for people to listen to each other, to understand each other. And sometimes everyone may insist on their opinion, their worldview, and may not even pay attention so much to the other perspective or what another person might be telling them. But again, for expression, for more confidence, for valuing your own creative ideas, of course, Mercury in Leo can totally help you. On the other side, Mars is moving from Leo to Virgo, and Mars in Virgo is very practical, hardworking, consistent, very modest as well, and also taking care of the small tasks. Mars in Virgo sometimes may struggle with perfectionism, trying to do everything in the best possible way, paying too much attention on small details, and also sometimes criticizing even our own work. But again, Mars in Virgo can be very productive, very reliable, hardworking, and consistent. So this position of Mars can help us to be also more grounded, to take a little bit more time to prepare and to take less risks, but instead focus on consistency and doing the things that we know will bring us tangible results. And finally, Jupiter is moving back to Aquarius. So Jupiter is retrograde and it moves from Pisces back to Aquarius for a while. This is the last time when Jupiter is in Aquarius for around 11-12 years. And Jupiter in Aquarius has a very original worldview. So it's a great time to think about changes in terms of your bigger goals, in terms of the things that you want to learn, in terms of the goals you are setting for yourself. And overall, this can be a very creative position for Jupiter. And the most interesting with those three ingressions is that they happen very close. So within a couple of days, we have those three ingressions happening in a row. And at the same time, the planets are having aspects with each other: Mercury, Mars, and Jupiter. So pretty interesting combination. And I think that the week can be very exciting with bringing lots of changes and kind of like a very different worldview. So I'm excited about this one. Another reminder, if you haven't signed up for our Clubhouse club, please do that. We have our weekly meetings there on Monday, 9 a.m. Eastern. It's totally free. You can check the link below and sign up there, or search for my name, Marina Stoichkova, if you already have an account there. Our club is called Astrology with Marina. So let's start with Monday, which should be a pretty beneficial and also creative day. Mercury has a creative aspect with Uranus, and Uranus as a planet is also pretty innovative and creative. So great time for planning, making changes, searching for creative solutions. In communication, things can be also pretty exciting and surprising and interesting. We may feel mentally provoked and interested in something. And overall, we may think from another perspective and see things also from another perspective and be more kind of like braver, bolder when it comes to the solutions we find. The moon in Pisces also supports by bringing some intuition and creativity and perhaps desire to help other people, to do something for others, and to be more creative. Keep in mind that when the moon is in Pisces, we can be also kind of distracted. We may not pay attention to all the details. And sometimes we might be also more dreamy and sometimes even spaced out. So keep that in mind and try to focus more on some creative work. Usually that's much more beneficial. Then on Tuesday, Mercury puts the beginning of those ingressions that are happening all very close to each other. Mercury moves to Leo with all of the creativity that it can bring, the focus on our ideas, our own ideas, and also the inner confidence that we may gain during this time. At the same time, Mercury has a minor positive aspect with Mars. As I told you, the planets are very connected at this point, Mercury, Mars, and Jupiter. So with Mars, there is a nice aspect which can help us to take some action and do some of the things that we really want. Some of our plans can come true because we are doing the right things. We are making the right steps. So overall, this aspect is great for taking action on our ideas and also thinking faster, being more honest, more direct, and feeling more courageous also about our ability to materialize our ideas. Mercury has another aspect, which is a quincunx with Jupiter. It's an interesting aspect which may require some readjustment of plans and goals and maybe prioritizing things in a new way. And all of that comes together with the moon in Pisces. Creativity, inspiration, intuition, and also desire to do something meaningful. So Tuesday is such an interesting day. It's not that we have three aspects at the same time. That's not so special because, yeah, it happens. Sometimes we have 2, 3, sometimes even 4 aspects all happening at one day. What's even more interesting is that the planets are also together. Mercury with Mars and Mercury with Jupiter. And as you will see, very soon there will be also other aspects between the same planets. So that's just the beginning. On Wednesday, we have the ingression of Jupiter moving back to Aquarius. So reevaluation of our goals, looking at things from a different perspective, being also more mentally focused. Jupiter in Pisces is wonderful for creativity and inspiration, but Jupiter in Pisces may have issues with practicality, with kind of like using the mind in a more rational way. With Jupiter moving back to Aquarius for a while, we may have a more rational approach when it comes to our goals, and that can be helpful as well. The moon is moving to Aries on Wednesday, which can bring some more physical energy and desire to take action, to do something, to be more initiative, to be braver and bolder. So every time the moon moves to Aries, this is kind of a new restart. And it's a great time to focus on the things that you want to do and take some real action. On Thursday, we have the rest of those interesting planetary combinations happening. Mars will have an opposition with Jupiter. So we may feel kind of unfocused when it comes to our actions and our plans and our goals. And also we may try to accomplish too many things. So be mindful about this. You might overwhelm yourself, or you might overestimate what you can accomplish. When Mars has an opposition with Jupiter, people can be very sensitive about the acknowledgement they are receiving, about how appreciated they are for their work. So keep this in mind. And right after that, Mars is ingressing Virgo. So on the same day, again, Thursday. And that will change the actions we take and our attitude when it comes to work and productivity and being organized. So if you feel like it's time for you to put some order in your daily routines, in your work, when it comes to your health, this is an amazing time. While Mars is in Virgo, you can totally do that. And on Thursday specifically, the moon is in Aries, which is very beneficial for new initiatives, for new projects, for experimenting, being braver, courageous, and also enthusiastic. Then on Friday, we have 3 interesting aspects. Venus is part of 2 of them. Venus will have a quincunx with Saturn, which can bring some kind of contradictions. Be more careful in relationships and in financial decisions. It's possible that there might be some kind of boundaries we need to respect, or some kind of limitations, or something that we need to work hard for. And things can just happen a little slower when it comes to our desires and everything that we want to have. It may all require a little bit more time. On the other side, Venus is having a square and a half, which is a minor challenging aspect with Pluto. And this can bring lots of emotional intensity, lots of passion, motivation, strong, intense desires. But all of that might be too much or might be unbalanced, and it may create some kind of frustration. So make sure to pay attention to your feelings and to process all of them, and don't allow them to control you. Instead, be mindful, be respectful with your own feelings, and don't be afraid to allow them to be. Because the more we neglect and push certain feelings away, the more control they actually have on us. And Pluto is a great reminder about this. Pluto can be so powerful. On Friday also, the Sun is having a minor challenging aspect with Neptune. So be careful with details, with information. You might forget about something, or you can make a mistake, or there might be something misleading. Or frankly, you may not feel so productive, so focused, and so organized and consistent. The good thing is that the moon is in Aries until 4 p.m. Eastern. And this can help us to take some action, do something, make some important steps. But the Aries moon can also make us too impatient. So be aware of this. And after 4 p.m., I think that the situation will be more balanced with the moon moving to Taurus. We should be more relaxed, calmer, more grounded. And this is more in alignment with the rest of the planets, with the rest of the aspects on Friday. So the evening should be calmer and more relaxed. But again, overall, there is some emotional tension on Friday. On Saturday, Mercury is having a minor challenging aspect with Neptune, which can make us also more unfocused, somehow confused, or without having much clarity in terms of our plans or our ideas. We may forget about something or potentially make a mistake, so be careful if you're working with documents or important information, or if you just need to be more concentrated. The good thing is that Mars is having a creative aspect with Pluto, and this can make us very passionate about achieving something and doing something and feeling more empowered and more confident. And eventually we can make some shifts when it comes to our actions, especially in terms of work, productivity, business decisions, potentially even some financial decisions. The moon is in Taurus, which should bring us more grounded energy, which should help us to be also more relaxed, more in touch with our own bodies and with the material world. This is a great time to have a lovely dinner or meal with the people that you love, or to pay more attention to the material world around you. And Sunday comes with also the beginning of August. It happens to be the 1st of August, and we are having an exact conjunction between Mercury and the Sun in Leo. So this is a very powerful combination because the Sun is the ruler here. The Sun is very, very strong. Mercury, not so much. And it's very important to listen to ourselves, process our ideas, and keep in mind that with such a combination, we might feel mentally overwhelmed, we might feel tired, and at the same time, Saturn is having opposition with Mercury. This brings lots and lots of tension, and it's possible that we may feel unproductive, we may feel somehow stuck in regards to a new solution we need to find, or some kind of plans that we have had. So give yourself more time. Don't push yourself too much. Keep in mind that there might be some negative thoughts, or in communication there might be also some tension. And of course, all of that will pass, but on Sunday, chances are we won't find the insights that we need, or the great solutions, or the innovative new ideas. Instead, what would be nice is to set free from something that you no longer need, as an idea, as a plan that you have made. Just kind of like separate and decrease and refocus. That can be a good thing we can do with this combination. The moon is in Taurus, so hopefully this will bring us some kind of calmness, and the best thing we can do is focus on our comfort. Taking care of your well-being physically, emotionally, energetically, without much expectations, without pushing yourself too much, just enjoying a beautiful Sunday. So that, my friends, is our weekly astrology horoscope. Pretty intense. As you can see, we have 3 ingressions: Mercury, Mars, and Jupiter. We have Saturn in opposition with Mercury at the end of the week. So lots of intensity, but also great time for changes and readjustment. I want to remind you again, join us on Clubhouse for our regular discussions. You can come and ask me your questions live. I would love to answer you live. Thank you so much again, and I will see you very soon.